How's it going? Welcome back everybody to my channel. Today I'm talking about my top 10 favorite DC comics and series from 2021. Leading it off at number 10, I'm just going to start with the Seas That Did Planets. I'm starting off with this one because I don't want to have too much shine with this series. I've already said it's my favorite books from the past year. I have all of them that are already out. I believe they're already the hardcover copies. But yeah, Deceased, just badass covers, an amazing story. Zatanna, one of my favorite characters. I mean, this is just such an amazing series. I talk about it in depth a little bit more on my podcast. I talk about it in depth more in my other video when I talk about the full collection series of them. But yeah, so the 7-issue series run of The Seas That Planet is my number 10 favorite DC comic of the year. Only because I don't want to give it too much shine. So that's at number 10. At number 9, I have two here at number 9. I have Harley Quinn. I believe this is the Infinite Frontier run, and the Harley Quinn, the Batman White Knight presents Harley Quinn right here. This is the Black Label one. Both are different tales, both featuring Harley Quinn. This one is her trying to rediscover herself after leaving the Joker and after the introduction of Punchline, who will feature later on. Both of these actually feature later on in this list. And then we have the Black Label, which is kind of Harley becoming a member of the Bat family. There's the Bat Signal behind her. This is a 6-issue run. It's such a great read. I really enjoy it. One of my favorites of last year. I couldn't leave either of them off because they're both fun stories to read. So I put them together at number 9. Number 9, a double feature of Harley Quinn. Both different series. At number 8 is Batman issue 106. So the reason why I chose this cover in specific is because it kind of gives you a look at the current Bat kind of clique going on. So this issue, gives a little zoom in here, gives you the villains over here kind of, although not all of them, but you have Joker, Punchline, Ghostmaker, Peacekeeper, Scarecrow. Pretty much everyone's going to make an impact coming up soon in the current run of Batman. Right now, well, I know when I dropped off from reading, we were in the Fear State run, which is Scarecrow. Joker's always in the background. Punchline is a new Harley Quinn type character who's a really great character. Peacemaker, Ghostmaker, Peacekeeper, both major players now. And then you have the Bat family. You have, I believe this is Tim Drake's Robin. There is Batgirl, but now it's Oracle. Batman, Harley Quinn, of course, being right next to Batman, just shows that the push to move Harley as a kind of vigilante hero now has really gone up. I love Harley. She's a great character, and I want to see her more as a hero, which is what they're doing with her. Then, of course, Selina Kyle's Catwoman. You have Dick Grayson's Nightwing. I'm blanking on his name right now, but yeah, Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Damian dressed in the Bat colors right here, and then all the girls as well. Batwoman, you have Cassandra Cain, you have Siren. Just this cover just really sold me on this Batman series on the current run. So that's why I had to show y'all this one. That's why I chose this one to enter the list at number 8, and then at number 7. We have an Infinite Frontier Entrant, Wonder Girl. This is the first issue of it. It's a new take on Wonder Woman, but she is a Brazilian that was living in Portland or Washington, something like that. And it's just such a fun read. It's a different take on Wonder Woman. There are multiple entities vying for her to become their champion. So it was the Amazons, the Greeks, the Amazon jungle kind of characters as well. But yeah, and very interesting read, a different take on Wonder Woman. She's Wonder Girl here in Infinite Frontier, but she does become Wonder Woman in future state. And just this last panel sold me. This one right here. Like, it's just such a great panel. Like that image and her being pulled down by the lasso, by her own version of the lasso. Just so amazing. That's why this one cracks to my list at number 7. Number 6, as you can see already, is the RWBY, which is crossover with Justice League, which is a DC x Rooster Teeth crossover. And there are kid versions of the DC heroes interacting with Ruby and her friends here. I watched a bit of RWBY, red, white, black, yellow. I didn't fully get into it though, but it is a good series. I do enjoy it. But yeah, this crossover is a younger kind of era of heroes. There's a younger Wonder Woman, a younger Superman, younger Batman. It's just such a fun read. I really enjoyed reading it. It gives you a different spin on characters, and it really just kind of shows you like how these characters might interact in this universe. So it was really fun to read. I really enjoyed it. If you're a fan of the anime, I would definitely recommend picking this up. It's at number 6 for me for 2021. Number 5 is the Face Clan Batman comic. I haven't even opened this one up. I've read bits of it online, but just seeing the Face guys be portrayed as heroes in a comic book, it's amazing. It's just to see what gaming can do for you. All these guys are gamers. They grew up gamers. They became famous as gamers. Now they're more of like influencers now. And to see them on the cover with Batman is just amazing. It just shows their reach and their pull. And I mean, I'm just proud to be a fan of FaZe and have been a long-time supporter of FaZe and to see where they've come. And that's why it's at number 5. It's just that historic to me. So number 5 is the Face Clan X Batman crossover. At number 4 is numbers 1 and 2 of Future State Teen Titans. I had to put them both here because 1, of course, features Red X in the background, and then 2, of course, features Red X on it. This is such a fun read. This is why I picked up Teen Titans for this year. As a Teen Titans Academy. Red X, his first comic book appearance is here. It is such an amazing read. I really enjoy it. I really want to see more of Red X in the comics and see him cross over with like the Justice League and do stuff like that. So that's why this is at number 4 for me. Amazing read. One of my favorites of the year. Can't wait for them to do more with Red X. Number 3, as I said earlier, Punchline. She is back. This one I picked up from Midtown Comics. This is her special one-shot, though. It kind of shows the origin story of her and shows why she does what she does and who she is and why she's so loyal to the Joker and what makes her more lethal than Harley Quinn. She develops a new Joker poison for him, and her character is just really fun to watch right now. I think it's a good contrast from Harley, and the name Punchline is just such a funny name, such a good name. If she was more like Harley, I don't think her character would stick, but since she is written the way she is, she's a more like methodical, more cruel, more serious take on Harley Quinn if she was kind of like a biochemist. So I really enjoyed Punchline. She's my favorite new character from any form of comic this year. So that comes in at number 3 for 2021. At number 2 is Black Label Batman 3 Jokers. I have all 3 issues that feature all 3 Jokers. The 3 Jokers are the Madman or the Psycho, the Schemer or the Comedian, and then the last one is the like serial killer, something like that. There's just 3 versions of him, and these are the 3 of them. It's like one is the prankster, one is the Madman, and then one is the killer, something like that. But you can clearly tell 3 different versions of the Joker across all 3 of these, and I really enjoyed it. This was a series at the start of 2021 that got me back into reading these comics, and it was such a great story. It is a great Joker origin story as well. If you haven't read Black Label, they are one of the best like series and runs. So I would highly recommend reading Batman 3 Jokers. One of my favorites from last year. And of course, at number 1 is Infinite Frontier number 0. This one, as you can see, has a Wonder Woman, kind of like a cosmic being. She becomes essentially like one of the gods of the entire universe, but she turns it down. She doesn't want to do that because she doesn't feel that she's worthy of it, and she wants to be with her friends and her family. So it goes to show the virtue of Wonder Woman. And I believe this follows the storyline of the Batman Who Laughs and the Dark Multiverse. And she was one of the key heroes in winning that timeline. So because of that, they offer her godship. She turns it down, but then a huge twist happens at the end of this series, where when she turns it down, she reverts to being a mortal. So here, she reverts it, and it shows the full panel, the Infinite Frontier line of future superheroes. Like, for instance, like Wonder Girl. You have all the different forms of Batman. There's Wonder Woman right in the middle, sadly broken up by the page break. But yeah, you see Harley Quinn, like key players in the future. And then you see in the epilogue where the kind of Watcher beings, the gods, are killed like instantly. And then it ends with, it is time for the lower beings of creation to remember who they fear in their darkest hours, in their deepest moments of despair. This new multiverse is now infinite. Of course, the Infinite Frontier. But I am finite. I am final. Darkseid is the end. Just an amazing end to this. And this came out in January, I want to say. And it was just a precursor for the first Infinite Frontier that came out in July of last year. And coming off of the huge fight for the multiverse, with the Dark Multiverse, this series in particular and that ending kind of really gave you hope that, you know what, we're going to see something great happen. Like, something great is really going to go down. And it did. Like, Darkseid is back. He is, of course, the main, huge head ending guy for DC. And to see him again, and to see Wonder Woman have godship offered to her and turn it down, just shows you how great of a character she is. Yeah, this was my favorite comic of 2021 from DC. I've gotten so many reads out of this one. I have different covers of it as well. This is Infinite Frontier number 0. Well, yeah, if you enjoy DC, if you want to see the wrap up from the Dark Multiverse timeline, I would recommend picking this one up as well. So yeah, that is my wrap up of my top 10 favorite comics / series / characters from DC in 2021. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like, drop a comment, share it with a friend who likes comics, who likes Batman, who likes Wonder Woman, Superman, Joker, Harley Quinn, the Teen Titans. Let them know there are great stories out there to be read. And yeah, make sure to share the video if you enjoyed it. I really enjoy y'all helping me out with growing this channel. And with that, I'll catch you later.